Well, I think that the device was working on me, but I was looking at what was immediate rather than what was in the background. So I think that my ears were getting better and better all along the line. And the pain that I experienced from the accident in my leg, that started leaving.
Hey, Carl, thanks so much for coming to spend some time with me today.
Well, I was looking forward to it, so go right ahead.
Well, we made it, storm and all. That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
Carl,
Well,
can you tell the listeners a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
okay. I wasn't quite sure about what could take place. I had a car accident, and my
Oh,
back was bothering me for quite some time. Okay, now it took a while to get over that. And the energy that I was getting was no longer there personally from because of the accident. Okay. In addition to that, I got bit by a um, what's the name of that?
Brown recluse.
A brown loose.
Recluse.
Okay. And so my thumb started swelling up. So I said, and I went to bed at night with my thumb wrapped up and the device on that because I figured that would take care of it. Well, it didn't completely, so I said, well, I think I'll the doctor because it didn't cost much anyway. So I went to the doctor and he said, you got bit by and he named it and he said, there's only two spiders in Georgia that can produce death. One is the black widow and the other is the brown loose.
Recluse.
Okay. So uh, my thumb started turning colors. And anyway, he gave me a pill, take a pill in the morning and a pill at night just for 10 days. But I kept my device on. Now, I think that his advice to me worked. But I'm going to bed every single night with this thumb wrapped up. So I felt like uh, I'm in pretty good shape. And I was.
that's scary. My husband got one of those bites and he had to go to the ER because he started a cold sweat and the poison, and he had like this red line up his arm. That's
Who was
pretty.
that? Your husband had that?
Mhm.
I had a couple other incidents prior to that. One is I got dizzy. Okay, now I don't know if it was from the spider or if it wasn't from the spider, but I wasn't going to take any chance. I still continued wrapping uh, my thumb and the device in that thumb. So it started looking better and the skin started dying. Okay.
Oh.
And so I kind of eased it off and peeled it up just a little bit. And so, in addition to that, my ears have been ringing for about 30 years. Now, they're not ringing very much now. So I went, this was years ago, I went to I checked out and said, who's the best ear clinic in the country? So they told me it's in Memphis, Tennessee, the Shea Clinic. So I went there, okay. And all this, because I'm thinking I'm really hoping and praying that what I'm doing with the quantum medicals system is that's going to work because it didn't work with the Shea Clinic. In fact, the doctor there told me, he said, we've had 4 cases worse than yours, but your case was worse than theirs. And they said, so what's going to, we don't know what to do for you. Okay.
Aw.
Well, okay. And then 4 of those men walked out of the clinic and committed suicide. So I'm thinking that's that's right.
That's crazy.
That's not going to happen to me. So now I got my ear problem. I got my thumb problem, and I get dizzy. Okay, and then I get a 60-mile-an-hour wind that I have to contend with today. So
Well, it's
yeah,
not going to stop us, Carl.
I'm really glad that. Did you see the lightning? No,
Yeah, I just saw it through your window.
Did you hear the thunder?
I can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. Well, hang in there. I don't think Jesus is not going to let us get hit. That's it.
That's right.
Now, so now my ears are starting to feel better. So when
Really?
I'm looking forward to the system, okay, and the devices that we've got, because we got three devices, was it? But we didn't get the white one yet. And I'm really hoping that's the one that does the trick. Okay.
So let's talk about your ears. Okay. So if you're ringing out, the point that you went to that clinic in Tennessee was at a 10, okay, being awful. What is it now? What's the number now?
I don't know. I don't know if I can put a number to it. On my ears.
Yeah. So 10 is awful. 1 is it's not ringing. Where is it in the middle of that?
Well, I think that the device was working on me, but I was looking at what was immediate rather than what was in the background. So I think that my ears were getting better and better all along the line. And the pain that I experienced from the accident in my leg, that started leaving. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yes. Now, and then the dizzy spells, okay, I'm winning that battle too with your help. Okay. So, so many things were happening. Oh, and another thing, my hair started to grow on a bald head.
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
Huh? Yes. And in fact, I'm thinking in about 3 to 4 weeks, I could have a full head of hair. Now it's taken a while to get there, but that's okay because I'm dealing with thumb problem, knee problem, okay, and now the dizzy spells, okay, but all of this is really starting to benefit me. I'm starting to feel real good about it because if I wake up in the morning with a dizzy spell, all I do is grab my legs. I pull my right leg up with my hands like this over the leg, and I pull it back and put it up, pull it back, and then rub it a little bit. And then I do the same thing with the left side. And guess what? It works there too. So I've got a lot of things that are really helping. The hair growth, the knee, the thumb, the dizzy spells. And I thought, well, I'm not in bad shape. And then I get a 60-mile-an-hour wind come through here, and we have difficulty getting you. But that's okay. My wife can handle this thing pretty good.
Yeah, she did. And want to show me your hair?
Huh?
Want to show me your hair?
No, she's not helping with that. That's got to be done on my own. Now, behind all this, we took a trip to 12 countries in Europe on a cruise. Okay. And
What's this?
we were allowed to take our wheelchair with us. Okay, so we took the wheelchair and I wheeled around the deck of the ship, and plus a couple other things. So, and then
Do you need
in
a
our,
wheelchair all the time, Carl?
no.
It's a
Well, if
walker.
you're in the ship and you get some rough weather, what happens? The ship kind of gives a little bit. So I had to have that on the ship. Okay, which is
Oh, got it.
which is fine. Now, and then we really went to some really nice places. Now, I could not have done that, I don't think, without your help.
Aw.
Yeah, this. I'm telling my wife it's you. Instead of this.
Yes.
But
I knew
that's
what you meant.
she's watching me, and I'm an old man anyway, so that doesn't mean very much. Okay, now and then we even took our wheelchair on the airplane.
Oh,
Yeah, and it might have been a little inconvenient for them, but it wasn't for me. Okay,
good.
because I'm getting out of the house. I don't have leg pain. I all the skin has already gone off of my thumb, and I got a brand new there. I got brand new hair coming out of my head.
I still want to see your head. Take
I'm,
off your hat,
I'm
Carl. Come on.
I'm winning on the dizzy side, and the back. Oh, my back was out, and went to the chiropractor. Had how many trips to him? 50.
Lots.
Yeah, lot of trips, and after a while, I said, uh, "I've got Joe. You got to take my word for it. I'm getting better. Let me go." But and so he worked it out with the insurance company. So everything seemed to be fitting right in. Okay, and I'm thinking, wow, this is great. And when my friends say, Carl, you really think you're going to these people down here with this machine and you're going to get in this machine and you're going to get all better? How do you expect that to happen? It just doesn't happen. I said, let me ask you a question. How many years did Noah live after the flood? You know how many?
Like,
350 years. I only want 30 of those years for me. Can have the rest of it, but I'll take all those. And then we had just had a friend, and I said, she was like in her late 40s, and her liver was no good. So there was a young girl, and her was killed in an accident, but her liver was in good condition. So they took the liver and gave it to my friend who was in her late 40s. So I said, see, you can't tell me that the system that I am belonging to doesn't work. It does work. Okay.
mhm.
It, the best part for me is it worked in spite of the accidents that I was having. I must be a walking accident.
Now
Anyway,
I think you have work to do, Carl. You have work to do. We're just prepping you for it. Post Q arc.
pardon?
I said, you have work to do post Q arc. I already know because I talked to your wife already. And you're just getting prepared and ready for that, my friend.
Okay, just get me well. You and Jesus can do it. I'm counting on you. Anyway, I'm glad you've got this. I'm a little mixed up because we're uh, any minute I'm going to look outside and the hail. They said hail was the size of a quarter, so
Ooh.
we don't have that yet.
Can I
So
ask
I'm
you
looking
one?
out in this, huh?
Can I ask you one more question?
Where?
Okay, so you mentioned the Q arc. Pretty soon you're going to have an opportunity to go to Salt Lake City and have a healthy 30-year-old body with all these decades of wisdom and experience. What are you going to do? What
Well,
excites you
well,
about
I'm gonna
that?
go.
Afterwards,
And I'm getting prepared. Let me tell you why. Every morning that I get up, the back of my property is like inside is 60 feet. So I run that twice, which is 120 at a shot. So I'm starting to get better. Now, and then I'm writing on some material so I can take my hand and put it on the end of a desk. And I do 10 push-ups. Then the next trip I go 20. The next trip I go 30. So I run that all the way up. And when I add all that, I'm doing 500 push-ups a morning. See, and then I have a,
Wow.
and then I have a, I'm getting ready for the RV. And okay, then I have a sauna. I sit in my sauna, okay, and I do the same exercise, bending over and touching the floor. So I do that what, 10 times, then 20 times, added it all up is 500. So I got 500 of the bend overs, and I got 500 push-ups. Now I really slacked off in the last, and you can see why I slacked off. But I'm getting back again, and that's why I gotta get to Salt Lake. That's that's the thing of my life. I gotta get there. And you know, everybody in our family is. We got 14 of us spread out.
Nice.
Yeah, and
So
they
what are
all,
you, so
huh?
what are you going to do after the Q arc? After, when you
Okay,
have that 30-year-old body, you have a do-over.
okay. Well, I'm gonna hide my good looks with my long hair. Okay, that's what I'm. No, uh, as a group, we our family gets involved in everything together. Okay,
Beautiful.
and with it really is with. So I'm looking forward. We'll probably meet with the 14 people, and we'll probably plan on something like my wife wanted a mercy ship. Okay,
Mhm.
and then I'm from the Bahamas, so we wanted one for the Bahamas, and
Nice.
we've got family over there. In fact, my great great uncle was the mailman. He delivered mail to every one of the islands in the Bahamas. Okay,
Oh, cool.
so he got to know them, and so we will probably try to see if we could get uh, uh, an ark over there. But now they do have a hospital, and they got a doctor, and they got several doctors in that area. Now, even from outside by airplane, they can be uh, 30, 45 minutes. They're from the far end of the Bahamas. They can be at a hospital in less than an hour. So I'm
Oh,
thinking,
nice.
So I'm thinking that with all my family, if we all could chip in and do something like that as a family, like we've always done everything else, we do it as a family. So we want to do the same way as a family. Okay, and I'll say, don't worry, you're not going to get bit by a spider. You're not going to get hit by a car. You're not going to get dizzy like all that stuff. I'm going to get all that cleaned out. So when you guys come along, you'll be in great shape.
That's awesome.
Hey,
That's,
thanks for your time. I really appreciate.
thanks.
I had to mumble through all this because I'm looking over my shoulder. hoping that we don't get another 60-mile-an-hour wind.
Yes, I agree. So stay safe, and thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, Carl. It was a pleasure.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Have a
And-
beautiful
and more.
evening.
My wife's standing here. I'm going to tell you, hon, this lady's cute.
Aw. You're so sweet. Thank
Okay.
you. And I hope to see you post QArc for part 2, okay?
Yeah.
So I can see that long hair.
Okay. I can show you now, but I'll wait and just show you later because I'll have more.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you then. Be safe and have a beautiful evening. Okay, you guys?
Thanks.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.